Here in Uganda, we are on a severe lockdown.
People, Uganda is bleeding. That's what I was saying.
Yes,
Bleeding so much.
yes.
People are dying.
Yeah, yeah. When we first got here to Uganda, the death toll from COVID was around 300 something. Last night when I checked, it's up to 700 something, close to 800. Every day you have more and more people dying, and those are the reported deaths. When we was at the hospital, I asked the doctor, out of every 100 people you test, how many come back positive? And he had told me that it's 80% of those who get tested, 80% has been coming back positive. So we're on a severe lockdown ordered by President Museveni.
And that number they list out like that it's 700, like 700 deaths. Is it 700?
Close to 800 now.
Yeah, close to 800. It's just reported in the hospital.
Right.
There are some people who die that didn't even go to the hospital.
Yes.
There are some who die that were maybe out of the hospital and
Right.
you just come back home and you just die. So
Right.
this thing is serious.
So
People,
that
please take it
so
serious.
the number got to be over 800. It might be double the reported number at least. You know, it might be at least double the reported number. And then imagine all the people that are not able to go get tested because in the U.S. the COVID test is free many places. You could go to like your CVS's or Walgreens and you get a free COVID test in the U.S. And then also you go to your doctor's office to get a free COVID test. But here in Uganda, you have to pay for the
to
COVID
pay for
test.
it. Right now, they say to those who are arriving, can you stop it? Stop it. To those who are arriving, he was scratching with something. To those who are arriving in Uganda, it's almost $65.
Yeah, $65
Yeah.
US. That's
And
it
that's
at the
a
airport.
lot. Yeah.
But even in the local
in the
scene,
hospitals, some hospitals, it's $50 and
Right.
less. So
so
for us,
$50
that's
is a lot
for
for
some
locals here.
locals, yeah.
You know, when you live in day by day, you live in. Some people only make $2 a day, and that's enough to buy food. Some people make $10 a day. So imagine you got to come up with $50 for you, maybe your spouse, maybe your children. $50 each to get tested for the COVID. A lot of people don't have that at their disposal. So this lockdown, it becomes even more intense because of the fact that people are living day by day. They live in hand to mouth. So a lot of people are not able to work. So in turns, they won't be able to feed their family. So this is serious. It's very serious. Now, what are the restrictions for the lockdown?
You have to stay, people have to stay home. The curfew time is at 7.
Okay.
At night everyone has to be home. All the cars have to be off the road. Like the borders are not supposed to take people. The cars are not supposed to take people. Like you are not supposed to use your private car. All I know is if you use a commercial car, they are not supposed to be there more than 2 people. So life is hard.
Wow.
Life
Wow.
is harder.
Now,
There
and
are
if you
even
work
more
at a
restrictions.
manufacturing, like if you work for a manufacturing company, you have to stay at that manufacturing company for the next 42 days. You have to stay at your job for the next 42 days. You're not allowed to go home and spend time with your family. Now, if you work in agriculture, you're able to go back to work in the agriculture sector. So different sectors you are able to work, but you have to stay in some of those sectors. You have to stay at your job, which becomes another nuisance to you.
Another child.
Right, because you can see your family. In certain areas, you have very high spikes of the COVID virus, like in Chebando. You have a lot of people catching the virus. So the restrictions, I think, are necessary. They're very necessary because it can help put the disease at bay. Good thing right now they don't have travel restrictions where you can fly in and out. One of our viewers, one of our YouTube viewers, he just made it to Uganda 2 days ago. Yeah, about 2 days ago. He have a lady down here, so he just reached Uganda like 2 days ago. So
Welcome to Uganda, but be careful.
yeah, be careful. Be very careful. You won't be able to enjoy yourself like you would without the lockdown. But I'm sure she's going to make sure that you really get a good experience. Right. So just be safe, though. If anyone plan on coming to Uganda, be safe, get tested. Even if you have the vaccine, if you come here and you have the vaccine, you're still required at the airport to take the PCR test. So it used to be if you had the vaccine, you would not have to take the PCR test. But now, if you have the vaccine, you are required to take the PCR test. So be advised of that. So don't think just because you're vaccinated, you're able to travel around the world freely, because in some countries, like here in Uganda, you still have to take the PCR test on arrival. And that's an expense, that's going to be an added expense for you when you travel. Now, the other thing is, the only type of vehicles that are able to move up and down on the road right now is tourist vehicles, commercial vehicles. So those type of vehicles are able to move. So if you're coming to the airport, you have to take a tourist vehicle to your destination.
And I think when we're going back, we have to call one.
Yeah, we won't be able to drive to the airport. No, put that down, son. Put that down. Do not eat that. So those are some of the restrictions during the lockdown, and we'll keep you guys updated on the lockdown and on the restrictions, because it's for 42 days. It started on the 10th, and it can extend from there.
Yeah.
Now, Sarah's birthday was on the 9th, and she was down sick. She was low sick, so she wasn't able to enjoy her birthday like she would normally enjoy it.
It was on a Wednesday, and I got sick on Sunday.
Right, and that Wednesday was bad for her.
It was
so
the worst birthday. I had a COVID.
it was the best birthday because you survived. You're still alive.
Oh, yeah.
So
no, but it was the worst birthday because by that time I was worse.
it was the best birthday for me because you still made it through. You're a survivor. She's a
worst.
COVID
For
survivor.
me, it was the worst.
So,
It was the best. I mean, you a COVID survivor too, but I was in bed so
Right.
sick.
right.
And I started saying to myself, happy birthday to you. And time reached when I was like, I think I'm happy that I made at least 26. And this is going to be my last year. Maybe I'm going to die after making 26. So,
So yeah, those are
Harry, come here.
that's some of the things that's going on down here in Uganda. Everyone just have to be safe. Everyone has to have on their mask when you're out in public. Even when you're at home, it don't hurt to have on your mask. When you have loved ones there, you have family, kids and things like that, you have to have on your mask. Now, schools are shut down. All the schools are shut down. The kids are not able to go to school at the moment. Things like movie theaters, sporting events, all those things are shut down. So all your typical things that you're able to do in a typical society, you're not able to do at this particular moment due to the shutdowns. But it's safer this way